British Indian musician Anoushka Shankar is the daughter and student of the world-famous Indian sitar player Ravi Shankar. Now Anoushka Shankar carries on this tradition through her latest album titled Traveller. In her album, she delves into the unlikely pairing of the rapturous songs of India and the fervid rhythms of Spanish flamenco. We spoke with a musician during her visit to Washington, D.C.
There is a common historical link between the two because it's said that the Indian gypsies migrated from India as early as the 8th or 10th centuries. And so I was curious to explore that link, but not in a sort of academic way. It was really because I loved the two styles of music and feel like they do have a lot in common.
The 30-year-old Shankar said producing an entire album as opposed to a single song allowed her more of an opportunity to search for the ties between India and Spain.
The music has a really fresh sound to it, while it's also at times centuries old. I've got things like lyrics from India that I found from the 13th century that I've put over a new melody being sung in Spanish. We've got things like very old flamenco forms with Indian instrumentation. So there's very interesting ways in which the ancient world and the new world and different cultures are coming together, which I think is very important today.
Shankar has explored combinations of Indian music with an array of genres that include electronica, jazz, pop, folk, and Western classical themes. She is a 2-time Grammy Award nominee and the first Indian musician to perform at the Grammys in 2006. Shankar says her father was enthusiastic and supportive of her new album.
I was really glad he really loved this album. He was really pleased with the way in which the two styles were being brought together with a lot of what he said was sensitivity and respect towards the two styles, and yet still being able to relate. And that's kind of exactly what I was trying to achieve. So it was great that he felt that way because he's my teacher, and I obviously value his opinion a lot.
Shankar continued an international tour for her 7th album with a performance in Washington, D.C. Attendees responded to the mixing of Indian and Spanish styles with delight.
Oh, it was beautiful, very Solomon, very touching the heart. And the two traditions like Spanish and Indian worked very well together.
It was just unbelievable, just so spiritual and uplifting. A tremendous night. We'd heard, of course, her father many times. She's chip off the old block.
Shankar says both India and Spain are incredibly family-oriented and passionate cultures, and these similarities perhaps explain why, from her first visit to Spain, she felt at home there. This is Sivan Sarna for VOA News, Washington.